Hey everybody, we're actually here at Cool Stuff, and I have a whole bunch of cool stuff to show you guys or tell you about because this is my top 10 games of the year.
All right, fine.
And as you know, I usually don't like to put expansions in, but there's two that I really like this year, both Venus Next and Star Wars Rise of the Empire. But I'm not going to use those in my top 10 because I don't like to put expansions. But let me...
What about remakes and second editions? Did you include those?
There might be one in here.
All right. I already know what your number one is, but let's go through this.
Okay, so my number 10. There's been a lot of escape rooms this year, and there's been like a lot of series, the Exit series, Escape the Room, but one that I really have enjoyed is Unlock. I mean, this one thing I like about it is that it's replayable, and also they're really good, they're really fun puzzles, and the app works really well with it. In the second version of it, there's the little puzzles you could do on the app as well, and I just think Unlock is great, and escape rooms in general are great.
Okay, have you played the 3 new ones that just came out?
Yes, that's what I was just talking about, the machines in the puzzle. I've only played 2 of the 3 new ones, but I really liked them. Can't give spoilers, but they even build on what the first ones did.
All right, what's number 9?
My number 9. So there's been a lot of Kickstarters this year. I mean, there's been some big Kickstarters. Gloomhaven was a big one. Cool Mini has put out a ton of big ones, but the one that I felt was my number 9 is Seventh Continent.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's a good game. That was on my list, too.
Yes, I mean, we do have crossover. So Seventh Continent, it's like a choose-your-own adventure, and it's just open-ended, and I really, really enjoyed it. I usually don't like dungeon crawls, but this one didn't feel like a dungeon crawl.
It's not really a dungeon crawl. It's more like a
exploration
choose-your-own adventure. Yeah.
Yes, and it's fun to play, and after I was done, I wanted to play it again. And then I wanted to play it again, and it's one of those games that you just want to keep playing.
All right, cool.
So my number 8, we've been talking about Splendor Killers, and for a while I kept saying Century is the Splendor Killer, but now my number 8 is Majesty.
Wow, this is a pretty light game for your top 10.
No, I really enjoy this one, and what's funny is Marc Andre killed his own game with this.
Well, that's fine. I mean, it's good to have 2 popular games.
Yes, and Majesty's it's a great little game. You're only collecting 12 cards in it, but each card does a different power, and really you could build up your points. You want to get sets, but you also want to get some of the same kind. You could play with different sides of the board to do different things. It's just a well put together game, and I really enjoy it.
All right. So far, I approve of all your choices.
I know. It's been a good year of games. In fact, speaking of games, in my number 7, there's been a lot of dexterity games out there this year as well.
Okay, let me guess here. Flip Ships.
No. Flip Ships was a good one. Kitchen Rush, Meeple Circus, Mountains of Madness. There's been a whole bunch of games that are kind of partyish games or that type. But the game that sticks in my mind, or the game that I want to call my number 7, is Magic Maze.
Oh,
and
you said dexterity. That's not
it's still, you're running, you're moving pieces, you're flipping the timers, you're moving things around, and you're going insane. And I think the expansion adds even more dexterity to it, because now you have these little things that spin around, and you have little radars that are chasing you, and there's so much in this game. It's just fun to play. It's a quick, light game, but you're really in panic mode the whole time, and it is a wonderful game, Magic Maze.
I do like it, yes.
So now is where I get into my Euros. My number 6. Uwe Rosenberg is one of my favorite designers.
Game.
And he actually, he's done a ton of games. This year he put out Indian Summer.
Is that your number 6? Good. Indian Summer.
No. And everyone knows him from Agricola. Now, the game that I've loved this game so much, Nusfjord. I think I said it right this time.
That's the first time I've ever heard you say it right, if I'm any kind of authority on pronunciation.
But this game is just phenomenal. I mean, it takes what Agricola does, but it adds like a fish stock market to the game, and that really adds a different level to the game, and I love this game. I mean, everything about it. If you like Agricola, if you like Caverna, I think this is a step above them, and I think Nusfjord is just amazing.
I'd like to apologize for Jason's erroneous opinions here. It's not better than Caverna and Agricola.
Yes, it is. There's only one Uwe game that I still like better, and that's Le Havre, but right now Nusfjord is my number 2 Uwe game of all time.
All right, cool. The opinions of Jason Levine reflect his own and not the opinions of the Dice Tower as a whole. All right, what else?
So my number 5, There's been a lot of abstracts this year as well.
Oh, wait, let me guess on this one. Photosynthesis.
Well, he made another game, Dragon's Castle, Azul, Sagrada, number 9. But yes, my number 5, Photosynthesis. This is the epitome of abstract games. It's kind of a Euro.
Oh, there's a little bit of theming in it. I mean, there's light hitting the trees.
Yes, it's a Euro-style abstract, and the theme fits perfectly. Most games, when you're playing an abstract, it's kind of abstract. But this theme is so perfect. The sun's coming down, and you're blocking the other trees so they can't grow, and you're getting points as the trees grow, and you're getting seed points to be able to do more and grow more trees and expand your forest. And photosynthesis, just, if you're looking for one abstract game of the year, photosynthesis is it. It is phenomenal. I know it's on your list too.
I do agree. It's a very good game. So,
and I love this game so much.
All right, what do we got next? What do we got? Number 4?
So my number 4, I like Euros. I love Spielworks and Blackfire, and they put out a whole bunch of good games this year. King's Will, Kalimala, but the game that I feel is the epitome of Spielworks this year is Gentis. Gentis
I have not played this one. I hear it's good.
It's a civ building game. Tasty Mitchell's going to put it out soon.
Oh,
so
okay. Well, I'll play that version.
It's going to come to the U.S. For those of you who couldn't get it or see it for like $100 and something on eBay, don't worry. Tasty Mitchell's doing it. It'll be out. This one's a civ building game, but it's interesting because you have tiles, and when you're taking the tiles, they cause time actions. But for every tile, you also have to take time, and when your two things meet, that ends your turn. So if you do a double time, then you waste some time in your next turn. So you're kind of fighting time to get your actions, and you're getting cards. You're building up your resources of different kinds of people to build these different kinds of cards, and it is just a great, fun civ building light game. It's light. It's light for Spielworks, but it is phenomenal.
Light for Jason, I'm sure. Okay.
Well, it's the same guy who did Arkwright, but it's much lighter than that.
All right. So now we're at the top 2.
No, the top 3.
Top 3.
We're at the top 3, and I love my bag builders. I love Orleans, and
all right. Oh, that's right. I forgot you like this one as much. I like it, but you loved it.
I like this one even better. My number 3 is Altiplano. I like this even better than Orleans. It is. I love the different starts where everyone kind of starts with a different power, so you're all going in different directions. Yes, it's a little more abstracted than Orleans, but it is phenomenal. If you're looking for the next level of Orleans and you're looking for something with asymmetrical powers,
I would argue it's more of a sidestep from Orleans than
it is
than a next step. They're about the same weight.
Yes, they are, but I enjoyed it even more. I like the asymmetrical, and I think the asymmetrical worked well.
See that.
And it worked well, and it was fun. Like you have to build up your cart in order to get around the different spaces, but you also have to get to the spaces to do things. And there's so many different things you can do in this game, and it's much more free form than Orleans, and I really like that about this game. I think Altiplano is wonderful.
All right, cool.
So my number 2, you asked me about reprints or remakes. I've only gotten to play a half a game of this one. So I didn't even play the full game yet, but I already am putting it as my number 2, and that's the Gaia Project.
Oh, I thought this was your number 1. Okay.
No, because I haven't played a full game of it yet. But it takes Terra Mystica, and it makes it even better. It's got first of all, the pieces on the map, you can make any map you want, so you're not stuck with one map. Secondly, it takes the digging and the boat building from the original Terra Mystica, puts it onto the board where now you have 6 different things you're fighting for, and it takes Terra Mystica and it makes it that much better. It is a wonderful, wonderful game. Yes, I've only played half a game of it, but from that half a game I already know that when we talk about replacing, it's not going to replace because I love Terra Mystica, not getting rid of it, but Gaia Project is...
like you're getting rid of any games. No. That's not a very good measure, but yes, I know what you mean.
Gaia Project is taking Terra Mystica to the next level. They even call it a Terra Mystica game now. In the subtitle it says a Terra Mystica game. So yes, if you're looking for the next level and you like Terra Mystica, if you like the little purple thing spinning around, if you like building up the tech trees, if you like all that, it's got it all. It's got as you build out your units, you get different powers. It's got everything, but it's sort of like the way Clank in Space added where you can make your own boards. It does the same thing.
Oh, so Clank in Space is your number 1 then?
No, my number 1, and I think I'm going to shock him with this, but I love Twilight Struggle, and I got to play a
Jeff's
multiplayer Twilight Struggle. Yes, The Expanse is the game of the year. If you're a fan of Twilight Struggle, you will love this. It's multiplayer. It's got a great mechanism where if you want to use the secondary power on the card, in the original Twilight Struggle, if I play a card, then Tom could use the secondary power. It was as simple, 2 players. This one has a whole kind of infrastructure where the top player on the initiative can use a secondary power, but if they deny it, the next person can use it, then the next person, and then you go to the back of the line, so you're at the bottom of the initiative to use those secondary powers, and they're all really cool, and it plays like a Twilight Struggle type of game, but it's obviously in the world of The Expanse.
Wow, game of the year, huh?
Yes, and I haven't even watched the TV show. I actually went out and bought the DVDs of the TV show just to watch it after playing this game. That's how much I enjoyed this game. It really is phenomenal.
That's cool.
It's not something that, it came out earlier in the year, so a lot of people aren't talking about it now because it's not in the new hotness. But if you're looking for that multiplayer version of Twilight Struggle, this is it. This is the game that there's so many people who like Twilight Struggle. It was number 1 in BGG for such a long time, and this does the same thing in multiplayer, and it blows my mind. The Expanse, number 1 of the year.
Well, there you go. By the way, Jason wanted me to be in this video.
I wanted to see his reactions.
I was going to put him in by... Okay, so anyhow, that's pretty good. Again, this proves my point that this year was so good, so many diverse games. Everyone I met has a different number 1. So I still haven't played the Expanse yet, so I have to get around to it.
You haven't? We have to play it. I can't believe you haven't played this one yet.
You just mentioned like 6 games you didn't play, okay? Well, there's like hundreds of games we haven't played. Anyway, until next time, I'm Tom Vassell.
Jason Levine, and this has been my top 10 of the year
on the Dice Tower.